Carl, the season started on Sunday, properly started, with a 40 points to 8 victory over Gloucester. What did you make of it?
Oh, I was pleased with the win. You can't knock. That's the way we wanted to start, and it was a decent score. People think we're going to win easy. It's not. It's not an easy league. It's tough, but we started well. They came back into it, and then the pleasing thing, we finished real strong, and the fitness levels of the players real good. So I was happy with it. That's just the start.
Talk to us about that late surge, the last 15 minutes. I think there were about 4 tries in there, weren't there?
Yeah, sometimes you've just got to stay in the arm wrestle and battle on, and then see if you can put your foot on the pedal and go again. And when we made the changes, it seemed to work for us. I thought young Kieran was outstanding all day. So, and he's one of the local players, which is fantastic for us. But the boys are still a new team. There's plenty more to come, certainly plenty more to come. But we've all got to be happy with that, and we just keep looking forward.
And if you keep your opposition to 2 scores every game, you're always in with a chance.
Well, correct, 100% right. If we can do that and keep our D intact, then we'll definitely give ourselves a chance, because we've got players in the team who certainly can score tries and can attack. So I don't think that side of our game is too far off. We could be a little bit more fluent, I suppose, but we've got some real pace out wide as well, which is we haven't had that for a while. An
early acid test on Sunday when the Dons go to Keighley, who were tipped highly.
Yeah, and mate, Keighley's a real intimidating place to go, and they're a tough side, and they know what this division's all about. So, the coaching staff's going to have to try and pick a team to do the job. Now, it's what we've got to bear in mind as well, a real short turnaround. We'll play again Friday. So we'll need the full squad ready to go for the 2 games. So I don't know which way the coaches go. I don't normally know the team myself until a Sunday, so I try to stay out of that side of it and let them. That's their remit, and Gary's instruction is to pick teams to win games. So up to now he's done that. So we'll just let him crack on, and him and his coaching staff will pick the teams to hopefully bring home the win.
Because the Dons came down last season into Championship 1, will there be an element of some of the sides, particularly like Keighley, who are in the 3rd tier, wanting to give the Dons a bit of a bloody nose?
Oh, they could do. Listen, Keighley, they want to get promoted, just like majority of the teams in this league, and they went very, very close last year. So they want to go one better, but. With the teams, the top 6, 7 teams, they're very similar in ability, and all they want is home draws, and Keighley's got the home draw, so they'll be thinking, well, we've got them at home, there's no reason why we can't beat them. But we have to see what we're like away as well. We're all right here at the Keep Moat. We've got to see what we're like away from home, and we need to go there and match them. I've said it before, it's a real tough place to go, but we'll have a go, certainly have a go, and hopefully that the team, Gary and Impact, will be good enough.
And just to confirm, you mentioned it, you touched on it slightly, that the Dons will go to Hunslet in round 4 of the Challenge Cup on that Friday night.
Yeah, so he'll pick a team, whether, if they don't play on Sunday, they'll probably play on Friday, because we've got nearly everyone fit. The big concern for us is Jordan Howden, who's got a reoccurring, hip problem. He's going for a scan on Monday, and we're not trying to put too much pressure on Jordan, because he'll play a massive part for us this season. Our priority with him is to get his injury right and get him fixed up. So he's booked in for a scan Monday. Hopefully we can then find out what the actual injury is, and he can get the appropriate treatment. But he was along with the PNG boys, and that he was our marquee signing. So while we're winning, it gives Jordan, no cause for concern to really rush him back. But we need to get him right, because, like I say, he'll play a part for us at the back end. So we're just hoping we can fix him up and get him back on the field as soon as we can.
Stepping away from the Dons slightly, but obviously sticking in rugby league, what do you make to the 2 managerial or coaches' departures already in the Super League, Hull KR and Wakefield? have both let their coaches go already?
Oh mate, I think it's, I can't get my head around it. I think the Wakefield situation, the coach walked out, but 3 games into Super League, something like that, is it that much pressure to make this top 8 and not be in these bottom 4 playoffs? So that, surely not. You know, the whole KR situation there, they've got a heap of injuries as well. So, and they haven't done too bad, I don't think. So whether people's freaking out a little bit about this promotion relegation and thinking, well, if we don't win this, we need to change coach, I don't know. There could be some internal issues there that none of us know about. But I certainly wouldn't be panicking, as we saw. You know, we went through it last year. You know, you've got to show a little bit of, you know, level-headedness and loyalty, and you hope you can come out the other end. You know, as we do. You know, now with our big brothers here, the Donny Rovers, we're hoping that, you know, they can come out of the little rut there, and it just goes to show that it doesn't matter what sport you play. If you're in a little bit of a hole, you know, it's hard to come out. Now, we were in that hole last year. I still sit here now and don't believe we were the worst team or worst bottom 2 teams in that league to get relegated. We just couldn't get out of that rut. We put up some good challenges in the games, and a couple of things went against us. We lost some narrow margins. The Rovers are doing the same thing in football now. I honestly believe their team is good enough, but when you get in this little rut you're in, it's very, very hard to come out. And you know, I really, really hope that they you know, slowly get some wins and stay in the league, because they'll have the players then next year, if they come out of this, they can kick on again. And you know, I've only been speaking to the board and all that, and saying that the last 5 years we've mirror imaged each other. We both won our leagues when we're in League Ones, got promoted, and we've both been relegated, and we've done all right in between. And hopefully, if we do well this year and they can stay up, then they'll follow us and they'll do well again. So you know, we want to wish them all the best, and it's a tough, very, very tough, and we've been there and we know what they're going through. But you know, I'm pretty sure that they can get enough wins to stay in the league, and then next year we'll just kick on and fly. Yeah,
and good luck to the Giants as well, who kept faith with Paul Anderson despite them having a heap of injuries as well. You're not going to bet against them getting in the top 4, are you? A few questions from the fans on the forum, mainly, Carl. One is from Paul, who says, how many Championship 1 clubs are promoted in 2016, and how is promotion achieved?
2 clubs get promoted. After these, I think it's 7 rounds, we go into the 8s, and then at the end of the 8s, the teams 1 and 2 will play each other in a promotion final. The winner of that will get promoted straight away. The loser will jump in with the teams finishing 3rd, 4th, and 5th in a semi-final, and then they'll go into a promotion playoff final. And that will determine the other club who gets promoted. So pretty easy. Your end of the season, the regular season, is the top 2 playoff, winner up, loser down with 3, 4, 5 playoffs, final, winner up, loser back in League 1 the year after.
Good stuff.
I hope that's pretty simple, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and you'd expect the Dons to be in amongst those top 5.
Well, you know, if we make the top 5, then it's anyone. You know, it's all comes down to, at the end of the year, on the day, the injuries, how the squad's feeling. So, good thing about it is Gary's been there before, and he's learned. I tell you now, he's learned a hell of a lot from the last time he was there, when he went through the season, and they won the league, and then they got to the playoffs, and it didn't quite work for him. But he seems to think he knows why and the reasons why. So if he's learnt from that, then we're in good nick.
John on Facebook says, can you ask if food and drinks will only be available from upstairs in the East Stand all season?
Well, obviously, with Sheffield not being here this year and we're in League 1, we don't have the biggest amount of crowds at the minute. Hoping that will change with if we can get some wins under the belt and get some people coming through the turnstiles. They have the carvery upstairs. They also have a bit of snacks bar up there where you can get some stuff. It just doesn't warrant at the moment as well opening a concourse. I think that, you know, maybe against York and one or two others, potentially the concourse will be open, but we'll let that be known on the weekly dugouts. But at the moment it is restaurant only because they can cater for everyone who comes.
Yeah, to remind supporters that the York game is the next home game, which is on Good Friday. And finally, Michael on Facebook says, can we have a traditional winning song back? We can't be doing with Spandau Ballet.
Yeah, if you can
dust off the CD.
Let us know what the traditional winning song is, because I can't remember. It's been a long time for us to be winning games. Last year we didn't hear it much. But yeah, if he lets us know what it is, do you know what it is?
Simply the Best, maybe, but it's a good problem to have, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to play the winning CD that often.
Yeah, listen, anything the fans want, if we can accommodate them, we will. And you know, while we're talking about that, you know, the fans have wanted to have a presence at the stadium, and when they drive in now, I urge them to look up at the windows, and you know, I'm very proud of this, because it's something they asked for, and I'd like to thank the Club Doncaster owners and Gavin, because you know, when you drive past the stadium now, we've got two massive windows as all Doncaster Rugby League, and this place is starting to feel like a home of ours now, which you know is what we've wanted all along. And the fans asked for it, we've given it to them. The fans are asking for their winning song, we'll give it to them. You know, we're a family club, and we're all in it together. So, you know, fantastic to see those sort of things outside the branding on the stadium, especially for the club. It's great. So everything's going in the right direction, and you know, we're really starting to the Club Doncaster is really starting to show that we are a very, very important part of the concept, and hopefully we'll play our part and do what we've got to do.
Carl, thank you. Go on, you Dons.
Sweet.